Wishing all my viewers and friends a very happy and auspicious Akshaya Tritiya that is coming up on this Sunday, 19th of April. So let us begin this video. Om Namah Shivaya friends, welcome to Dots of Destiny. This video is about the transit of Venus in Taurus. Shukra, yes, it is entering its own house Taurus, the earthy sign of Shukra, the materialistic sign, the sign that provides us wealth, family, most of the goodness of life. Nonetheless, Sun is also exalted as it is Akshaya Tritiya. Sun and Moon both are exalted on the 19th of Sunday this month, and please do a remedy as small as possible on this day, visiting a temple or giving some dan of rice or something which you feel white in color, rice, sugar, even honey also, that gives you, in plenty, the thing that you give on Akshaya Tritiya. Obviously, many people do buy gold and silver, which is quite expensive day by day. So this is kind of an alternate remedy also. So let's begin this video. What I wanted to discuss is that because two of the planets are getting into a better dignity, that's why as I'm talking today, Sun is already in exaltation in Aries, and Venus will be going into Taurus. At least little relief, some betterment in the coming days till 14th, 15th of May. These two planets will maintain its dignity in its exaltation and its own Rashi. And also Venus makes a Malavya Panch Mahapurush Yoga in this kind of a condition for Kendra, obviously the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius and Scorpio. So let's start with the video. I have always found Venus very effective in Taurus as far as the goodness of life is concerned, and the determination is very strong over here because Taurus is a earthy sign. Libra Venus is very, very different, and this year you can take it as if Venus is starting a journey which has a destination in mind. Why I say that? As of now, as we are celebrating, Bengali New Year on the 15th and Punjabi New Year, also Assamese New Year, these three are celebrated when the Sun enters Aries. So Sun's ingress in Aries is celebrated by these three community. And then as on Akshaya Tritiya, exactly Moon and Venus reaches Taurus at the same time. Now this continuation of this Shukra transit ends only in Libra, 8th from Taurus on 31st of December, and it will have a big transit in Libra starting from the month of September. Yes, September, and it will come back and retrograde once to Virgo. In the month of September, October, it will be Libra. November, for some few days, it will come back to Virgo in its Nichast Rashi. And then again, it will go into Libra and fulfill its journey by 31st. On the 1st January 2027, it will enter Scorpio. So the journey of Shukra, the journey of Venus in this year is very, very important. And that is why India will see good diplomatic strategies also this year. I know I do not talk about mundane very much, but because I'm seeing it in the front of my eyes, and because India has a Taurus Lagna, so the Lagna Lord Venus now will be in Taurus, and from here going towards Libra, this year lot of diplomatic ties will be strengthened, will be spoken of. We will stand out in our, taking stand diplomatically. That is very important. That's why Venus in Taurus and Venus in Libra is very different. Taurus is a very earthy sign, very fixated sign, and that's why Taurus people, they go till the end. If you have a Taurus Rashi or Lagna, you'll see that you will not deter from the goal. If you have set up something, though you do not set up things unnecessarily, if provoked, if after a long period of patience, if you take up something, you reach towards the end without even thinking that I mean, you have to see the end of it. Libra is very different from Taurus. Libra is very diplomatic, and especially Rahu's nakshatra Swati is in the center of Libra. So it is not it's very, very diplomatic there, and Libra people will like that is why it is a sign of marriage also. In marriage, nobody wins or loses. If you win a marriage by making somebody else lose, there's no point. Similarly in business also. That's why the flavor of Libra is very, very different from Taurus. Taurus is the things to savor. Libra is the thing to protect in a very diplomatic way, in a very thing that Venus does very well. That is why Shukracharya is not like the knowledge of Jupiter, which is not direct. Shukracharya has the knowledge which is like Rahu-ish. That's why the best nakshatra of Rahu Swati falls in length in the midst of Libra, and that's why this, if you have a moon in Swati, or if you have very important planets in Swati, then you have that Venus Rahu kind of combination. And materialistically also it is good. Taurus is very good, but Libra is a business mind which is very good for Venus. So anyway, I'll talk about the transit of the big transit of Venus this year later, but now because this year Venus will have a lot of things to do, and this is not uncanny. See, that is how the planets behave. This time it is in Taurus, then as it moves from 15th of May into Gemini, it will go with Jupiter, and then Jupiter moves into Cancer by 1st of June, and Venus also moves into Cancer. In the month of June, it will have a conjunction with Jupiter, perfect degrees in the sign of Cancer. Then as Venus moves into Leo, it will find Ketu over there in Magha, and then it moves into Virgo, which is Neechastha Venus, then moving into Libra, back and forth in Virgo, lot of things. So especially the Taurus people and the Libra people have a lot of changes and lot of things happening this year in their life. But as far as this transit of Venus is concerned with Sun and exaltation, every Rashi has something to get from here. If you're a Aries, Cancer, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Pisces, you have Sun in exaltation. Obviously, you will have a nice time at this point of time. Some process of your life will take a move before Mars moves into Aries. Now, that's a different chapter. That is very, very, very dynamic. But before that, as Sun has reached his exaltation, the Rashi of Jupiter, Mars, Moon and Sun will get a flavor which is good enough for this Sun exalted. Now the other Rashis like Taurus, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo and Gemini, they will have a good flavor of Venus, which is very important for them. And that is why the two categories that I see, they will, the Dharma Trikon, the Moksha Trikon, the Artha Trikon and the Kama Trikon, all will have something to look forward to, which is very important after all the transits that we have been seeing going haywire from beginning of Mars ingress into Aquarius with Rahu and now into Saturn currently. So every Rashi will have some dynamism in their horoscope to look forward. Right from today as I'm speaking, Akshaya Tritiya will be a great day. Please do celebrate and go to the temple and do some dan, very important on that day. And then till the 15th of May, as of now I'm talking. Later I'll talk about the month of May and Mars great transit into Aries. This is very important also. So let us dive into all the ascendants and jump into your time step. For the Aries ascendant, this is a good time when the second lord is coming into the second house, providing you wealth and goodness of the family life. You can plan your finances if you want to do at this moment of time. You will feel confident because the sun is on the Lagna, and it gives an edge, to the other people around you, because sun finds its goodness on the Lagna. Having said that, only little bit of till Mars is with Saturn, especially on the day of Akshaya Tritiya, it is making a deep conjunction with Saturn on the same degrees, 13 degree, that is Sunday, 19th. So a little bit your decisions, whatever you are taking, your health, where you're spending the money, all these things should be taken in consideration. One thing is that whenever a planet like Venus, which is your seventh lord, also comes into the second house, which is eighth from itself, it can create some issues in your marital life also, because Sun is also aspecting that house, Libra, Nicha Drishti of Sun. So be careful with that. If at all you're having a problem and you're going through something like that, you have to be a little, your words will be good at this moment of time. Venus in the second house, you'll speak well and you'll speak with dignity, and your partnership and your partner, if he or she is in a good earning, this thing can also bring wealth to your kitty. All these things are favored. The family environment also looks good, and Mars will join in the Lagna very soon. You may feel suddenly a confidence rising you, or you can feel you can take some decisions. I would say that yes, you will take, but just wait for the Mars and Mercury to come on the Lagna, especially Mercury, which is your decision making planet, on the 1st of May. So this few 2 weeks of April that is left, you can savor the goodness of the extra any money, any savings, any financial decision, family get-togethers, good things of the second house, you attain to that, and then whatever decision regarding those matters pending to be done should be done only when Mercury reaches the Lagna, not before that. So that is the only hint of caution. Otherwise, this is a good time, a good transit, and you must you must feel the goodness if you are not too much tensed with the Saturn Mars conjunction in the 12th house, but that will also give way. After the 20th of April, slowly you'll feel that the things are getting better and it is coming under your control. So that is why take care, Aries people. Taurus ascendant, the Lagna Lord is on the Lagna, forming a Malavya Panchmahapurush Yoga in transit. This is a great transit happening for you. Over here, the Sun is in the 12th house and the 12th Lord is with Saturn in the 11th house. See, the thing is that there can be some certain, it may happen, you have some hidden enemies surrounding you. That can happen. And if it is hidden, it will come to light and you will be able to combat the process. If you have some health issues going on, you will be able to come across it. You will be able to put yourself as a strong person over here. And it definitely give boosts to the Lagna, no doubt about that. You will feel very sorted, as Saturn will also have aspect of on this Venus on the Lagna. Monetary matters will be good. Only thing is that because it is a Mars and Saturn conjunction in the 11th house, not Saturn alone, there can be a little bit less than what you're expecting, or there can be some expenses also, because Sun is exalted in the 4th Lord is exalted in the 12th house. It can be like going for some kind of a trigger for going outside for some kind of a journey, because these things happen. That 12th house is enlightened. So all in all, it is definitely it's a good transit, no doubt about that. You will take certain decisions that may have been pending for yourself. That is very important. And the transit of your Lagna Lord from here with Jupiter in the 2nd house, then going to the 3rd house, in the 4th meeting with Ketu, then debilitated, and then to the 7th house. There's a long journey this year and very profound decisions will be taken if your Dasha also permits so. If you have health challenges, it will be definitely rectified. You will come out as a very sorted individual, and if you have taken up some decision at this point of time, you will definitely go with it and you will not deter and you will not sway. Some decisions will be taken at this point of time. I'm very sure about it, especially because the 11th house is loaded. It can be about your Saturn moving slowly into Revati Nakshatra. It can be about your profession. It can be your yourself, just your well-being, how you maintain a good lifestyle, what is your choices. You can take, you will be very bolstered, your energy will be given a push at this moment of time. You'll feel very uplifted, and this kind of a transit Mahapurush yoga gives a lot of decisions the light of the day. So it is a good transit, no doubt about that. Just be careful about some inimical thing or anything at all at the office front, because the 10th lord is with the 7th lord or the 11th lord Mars in the 11th house. So that is the only thing. So otherwise gains will be good, if not very great. You will feel good, your health will improve, your looking towards your perspective will come into a positive forefront. All looks good and sorted at this moment of time. Definitely Taurus, it's a good transit. Gemini ascendants, it is the Venus transit in your 12th house. Here it is definitely Venus in the 12th house. Originally it is in the Pisces house, gets exalted in the Kalpurush Kundali. So here it is a favorable position for Venus, but how it is like, it is taking you to some definite journeys. These kind of journeys, they also churn little bit of wealth from your, they churn out, they take out wealth from your kitty, but it does help definitely, because we also need relaxation also at some point of time. Because your 10th house is loaded, you can maybe for work you have to travel. Mars, Saturn, Mercury over there, you feel internally, or you'll feel some kind of blessing coming to you. Even Venus in the 12th house brings money, though the expenses also rises because of this, but somehow it I find Venus in the 12th house good for luxury things actually. So that's why it is not good for the 5th house matters. Definitely if you have a problem with your child or your investments, this is not the right time to call for all these things. Let Venus come on the Lagna in Gemini. It will have a conjunction with Jupiter in the Cancer in the 2nd house. For investments you have to wait till then, but as of now something goody things which you had been waiting for, maybe just a break from the regular mundane schedule, can be taken at this point of time, especially when Mercury comes into the 11th house, because as of now till the 30th of April your Lagna Lord is debilitated in the 10th house. Maybe the situation is not exactly great, and Venus in the 12th, you want to do some expenses for getting away from the little bit of whatever is clustering around you. So just wait for Mercury to come into the 11th house, which will be very crisp. Mercury in the 11th house with your groups and networkings by the 1st of May. So 1st to 15th of May will be more effective for you, and also Mars will also join this Mercury, the 11th Lord. So that I'll talk later. But once your Lagna Lord comes out of debilitation in the 11th house, this transit of Sun in the 11th house and also Venus in the 12th house will look better and give you some relief in the process. Definitely that is coming out. So all in all, the transit is going in a better way, if not immediately, it not till the last 15 days of April may not feel great because of the debilitation of Mercury in the 10th house with Mars and Saturn. So take care of your professional things, how you handle with that. And take care of your expenses also. If you're thinking about journeys or travels or anything, which I have seen many times, these kind of Venus it gives with the family or anything, you have to maybe little postpone it after this month of April. From the first week of May, it is a great time for you, Gemini ascendant. For all the Cancer ascendants, I feel this is a great transit that is coming out and paving the way for better days ahead. So the people who are having a Cancer ascendant and were constantly waiting for something to change, I think this is the transit of Sun in Aries in your 10th house, and also Venus in the 11th house, the 11th Lord, and Mars is gearing up. It is just waiting for a few more days after its conjunction with Saturn, going into, though it is the 5th Lord in the 9th house, but still Saturn is spoiling its mood. Then it will come into the 10th house, and then Jupiter slowly will come into your Lagna. So this month onwards, as I'm talking, I feel this is the path that is getting ready for betterment for the Cancer ascendants. I mean, what better can be said about that? The second lord in the 10th house, which is a great time for professional development and money generating ideas. Artha Trikon 2, 6, 10. If these lords, they exchange or come in contact with each other, they create a really nice yoga. And then in the 10th house, Mars and Mercury will join in beginning of May. And here your whole horoscope will get a lift, and you will be able to go through the process of paving the path for better days ahead, for growth oriented days ahead. So I'm really wanting that for the Cancer people. Now secondly is that in the 11th lord in the 11th house, with your groups, communities, desire fulfillment, money coming in, then Venus will go with Jupiter in the 12th house also. I think later after 15th of May you can spend there also, and then Venus Jupiter will have a conjunction on the Lagna, that is later. But as of now, actually for the Cancer ascendants, I need not say anything negative, only because Saturn in your Bhagya Dasha and Rahu being in the 8th house, you should not be carried away with whatever is happening. I hope and I pray for the Cancer people that they get a really good favorable incidents happening with this Sun in exaltation in the 10th house, Digbala Sun, and the Venus, the Labhasthan Lord in the 11th house. So great transit. I don't know what to add over here. This is looking really great. Just if your dasha antardashas are favorable and they are little bit also helping you, you will really feel a difference coming up in your life from this Akshaya Tritiya, this Sunday. So I feel because you're a moon ascendant, and moon and Venus will make together a transit on the day 19th, exactly I think 11 to 12 p.m. that time. So give some daan of rice or sugar or anything which is white in color to a temple. This will be a great start to the betterments that is happening, and this is very important. On the Akshaya Tritiya, we always buy gold and silver. That is obviously, that is for your needs. If you want, it is a Vaibhava Lakshmi thing, so that can be done. But some daan on this day is great and auspicious, as Venus is definitely entering into Taurus, and moon is also entering along with that in the own house. It's a great time to give. I especially feel that rice, because it is Lakshmi, we put the vessel of rice in front of Lakshmi. So if you do that on this day as a remedy to any temple, and especially if it's a Lakshmi Narayan temple or something like that, or a Devi temple, it will really give a good. These are the small remedies, which helps a lot. But regularity and putting it into discipline is very important. This is what I feel. But nonetheless, Cancer ascendants, I feel that this is a great time that you're going towards, and I feel the momentum keeps on rising for the betterness. So let me know later how this pans out for you. Thank you. Leo ascendants, here this is also a good time for the Leo, as the Sun is in the 9th house and the 10th Lord in the 10th house, Venus, with the Malavya Panchamahapurush Yoga in transit. And though you have to be a little bit careful with Saturn Mars conjunction, but that will also weaken from the 20th April onwards, as Saturn and Mars are parting in ways. I mean, Mars will move ahead faster. Now here your Bhagya Dasha rises, you'll get favors from people, and obviously your professional life can see a good change in a way. And little bit if your dasha is in a if not you are in Saturn, Rahu, Ketu and all these kind of dashas, then it is really favorable for you, really. And I feel that because from the last few months, especially from end of January, whole February, March, and this mids of April, it has been quite a very tug of war and a lot of tension putting in things happening for the Leo ascendants, definitely for the Lagnas also, but because it is the 7th and the 8th house majorly that has been activated, a lot of pressure had been handled at this moment of time. It's a relief time that you can see coming in with all the planets gearing up now towards the 9th house, the Lagna Lord in the 9th house. It's a great transit, I feel. You can go for pilgrimages, you can go for some great travels, that enlightens you, as if Leo people are very fond of traveling, because the 12th house is Cancer, which is a movable Rashi. And also now Venus coming into the 10th house, giving you because the Ashtam Shani is there, if it's from the Lagna or the moon, whatever it is, 8th Saturn is 8th Saturn. Now here Saturn had been troubling or slowing you, but now it may happen so that as Venus reaches into your 10th house with the Malavya Panchamahapurush Yoga in the transit, you can get a sudden breakthrough. And now you have to be, you have to generate that you keep on growing with it, because Mars transit will become very good from May month onwards, because Mars likes this half of the horoscope, because the 9th house, 10th house, 11th house, 12th house also Mars gives money, because it is in debilitation, but it is monetarily good. And then on the Lagna, that is the journey of Mars this year. And that's why I feel from this moment as we are talking, and since Akshay Tritiya is on the day this Sunday, the sun and the moon gets exalted, so please give some dan, maybe rice, maybe honey, gur, whatever you feel. I think white, any kind of rice, sugar, these kind of things are even more better, because Venus is also making a same degree transit with moon, and Venus is entering the Taurus sign exactly in the same degrees. Then moon obviously in 2.5, it will complete 2.5 days, but absolutely energy generating time, and the time that takes you move forward, the stuckness will be released, especially from 19th April. We'll see a same degree of Saturn and Mars conjunction in the 8th house. Mercury is also there, your 2nd and 11th lord. Take care of your health. Do not speak unwanted things. Do not take in a rush. Things will happen. It will clear up. It is looking good now. Do not worry too much henceforth. Let the conjunction be over. Let all the planets take its story one by one. Saturn in the 8th, Mars in the 9th, Sun in the 10th, Venus in the 11th, Jupiter in the 12th, and all these, then Ketu on the Lagna. So this kind of a thing will slowly happen. This is just the starting point of it. I feel this is a great transit to have, and whatever you had been feeling, dejected, rejected, solitariness, not feeling great, these things can be quite a lot taken away from your life, starting from this Akshaya Tritiya. So best of luck, Leo ascendants and moon sign. Virgo ascendants, this is happening in your 9th house, the transit of Venus. It is a very auspicious transit of Venus, the Bhagya Dasha Lord in the Bhagya house, which will make you look confident, make you feel better. Your decisions will be good. You will get into journeys, maybe education wise, higher education are also favored in this moment of time. It is a very good transit for you. Given the fact that Saturn and Mars is there in the 7th house, if there is some problem with relationship matters, I feel these kind of transits can help you sort out that, because when Venus is Shukracharya, and the 9th lord in the 9th house will bolster your it will give edge to your fortune, so you will be able to get better results, even if you're not trying to that extent. It gives you, it comes as a blessing. So these kinds of transits, they are like, they generate a path which is you do not put in much, the fortune favors you. That is how it is. Obviously Mercury is in debilitation now, and it'll take some time for Mercury to get into better shape, because then after that also Mercury will go into 8th house with Mars and Mercury being there. Your health needs check. I'll be constantly telling this, because this I've been telling for Leo also, and Cancer people also, because whenever the 7th and 8th house becomes too loaded with planets, one must be very careful about the health repercussions in life. But as far as your the targets that you want to go, the decisions that you want to make, the path, the journey ahead looks better with and good with Venus in Taurus in the 9th house. So this is the beginning of it. Slowly you will get the confidence. When Mercury moves from debilitation to the 8th house to the 9th house, it evens look better. That will happen in the midst of May. Yeah, Mercury and Sun together will enter into your 9th house Taurus exactly mid of May. So 1 month more to go, but within this time you have an exalted Sun and a Venus in Taurus at this moment of time. So you will be able to understand how to handle the things. You will get some betterments in your life. Your fortune will favor. You feel a little bit better at least than if you had been feeling very gloomy, if your Dasha Antardasha is very bad. So overall this is a good time for you. This is a good time, definitely, no doubt about it. So keep that confidence, keep moving, and Mercury will do some 1-2 transits later. After 1 month, exactly, I think it's 15th of May, Mercury and Sun will be entering your 9th house, which is again a great Buddha-Ditta Yoga. That is 15th of May, 1 month later. But still, because if you need some little bit of understanding what is happening in the near future, that's why I'm telling you. So till then, hold your horses, but absolutely 9th Lord in the 9th house gives good results. Definitely, I've seen that. So better time for you, Virgo people. The Libra ascendants, your Lagna Lord is coming into the 8th house. This is a time of change, a little bit of change. Whatever you had been thinking till now can go, the process can go for a relook. Though the relook will be good, and you will be able to get better results if you think more on that, whether it's financial matters, whether it is simply a matter about you, whether your existence goes through a change, your decisions goes through a change, which is good. Health wise there can be a little issue, but though the 8th house will take you out anew, because Lagna Lord is in its own sign, so that is good in Taurus. But there is some kind of a change at this moment that you are going through, and because Libra for Libra, Sun is in exaltation in the 9th house, but Sun is also not a great 11th Lord, is a Trishadaya Lord, right? So in the 9th house there can be, I see a bit of struggle that you're going through. The struggle can give in to betterment, because now after this Venus will transit into the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th and the Lagna for a very long time. So what I'm emphasizing here for the Libra people is that this moment that Saturn, this Venus has gone into Taurus in the 8th house, you have to contemplate a bit, and you will definitely have a change in some of your plans. That is how the 8th house works. It is not you can get money if you are a businessman. You can get sudden wealth. You can get some ancestral thing that can be also started or going on. These things can happen. That is not a problem. The thing is that whatever is going through your plan or you yourself or your health or whatever you had been looking forward needs a little bit of recalibration, and that is how the 8th house makes you think little deeper, because some things will be rejected and you have to replan it. That is the essence over here, because from here Venus has a very interesting transit till the end of the year coming on the Lagna in Libra. So you will have this year lot of changes to look forward, and that is what I'm saying. This is the beginning of it. The change will begin henceforth from this date of Akshaya Tritiya, when Venus is entering into Taurus. So actually the time is not bad. 8th house means not everything bad, but obviously it is 8th from the Lagna. It has to give some delay to the Lagna. That is how it works. That is the logical conclusion of it. But then from here Venus goes into Gemini 9th house, then it will go into the 10th house, meet Jupiter by then at that time over there in the month of June. Then it will go and meet Ketu in the 11th house in the month of July. Then it will go into debilitation, then it will go to Libra, your Lagna, and it will be there for a very long period of time, making a little bit of coming back in Virgo and again going back. So all in all, a lot of activities coming up that will lead to some things which had been planned and needs some execution. The things will be good, but you have to go through this process, especially for the Libra people. Why I'm saying this, many of the ascendants actually are having a great transit with this Venus in Taurus. For you, I cannot say that, because from here the journey begins. The journey will end exactly in the month of December, where Venus will come on Libra and complete its journey exactly on 31st of December, ironically. From the 1st of January, it will go to Scorpio, your second house. So gear up for that journey of your Lagna Lord, which is you, your journey, beginning from now till the end of this year. Long way to go. So I will not say good and bad about it. I feel there is a change is needed that needs to be accepted, and hence you have to go forward with the change, which will bring in good results definitely. Scorpio, this is again a Malavya Panchmapurush Yoga in the transit with Venus in the in Taurus in the 7th house. You will feel confident with your partnership, your partner, your business partner, your money generation, your business deals. All these are favored. It's a good time in the 7th house, I'll say. These kind of transits, they generate business, you get money out of it, and you put that money into circulate again into business. These kind of things happen. So if you're a businessman, it's a great time. And if you are not in business, if you're in if you are a job based kind of a situation, even Sun in exaltation in the 6th house is a great time for you. So any which way, because only thing is that Mars is having a conjunction with Saturn, but from 20th, exactly one day after Akshaya Tritiya, these two will start departing. Mars is moving ahead, or Saturn. So anyway, Sun, the 10th Lord in exaltation in the 6th house, you will be working hard if you are in a job front. So both, in the case of business, in the case of job, the professional front looks up. As simple as that. And you will feel very confident with your partner. You'll feel great. Partner brings great relief to your life. You can discuss things. Venus is a great planet for discussion and going ahead in the 7th house, in its own house Taurus, whether it's money matters, whether it's family matters. I mean, it's a very good transit. Nothing much I have to say over here. Whatever planning you do that needs execution, it will happen slowly, but as of now you feel good and confident, and with the family, with the partner, getting a partner, getting married, some kind of a marriage proposal, all these things are favored at this moment. I'm definitely business is 101% favored, and the churning of it, like you are doing a business, you're getting money and putting that back into the business, and with your business partners, all these things are favored. It's a good transit with 10th Lord in the 6th house, Artha Trikon Lord, Sun in exaltation. You really understand the competition over here. If you're going for competitive exam also, this is also good actually, and you understand the competition here. But competitive exam becomes better after 30th of April, because Mercury will come into Aries then. Mercury is now in debilitation. That is the only issue. 11th Lord in debilitation, though it is having an aspect on the 11th house, but it is with Saturn, so it is slow now. Mercury is debilitated with Saturn. So Mercury, once it reaches Aries, your 11th Lord, with the Sun, will be there, and then Mars also enter Aries. Great time, great gusto. And I mean, great timing, it's not always like I'm referring to merrymaking time. I'm telling progressively, it's a great growth oriented time coming forward. And Jupiter going into exaltation will definitely give you much relief from the 8th Jupiter. But as of now, Venus is in great position. So all the Venusian things like garnering wealth, through partner or with partner, with business partner, going to tours and travels, accumulation of money or putting the money into different kind of buckets of finances, having some kind of a good relationship, maybe just with the business partner, or maybe you find a life partner for yourself. All these things are great at this point of time, given that just your dasha mahadasha is a little favorable for you. So have a great time, Scorpio people. Sagittarius, this ingress of Venus in Taurus is in your 6th house. Now see, obviously Venus is not a great planet for you, you know that, the 6th and the 11th lord, Trisha, their lord. And here this is good for competitive things. If you're looking in for any kind of competition, because Sun is also an exaltation in the 5th house. Sun is in 5th house and Jupiter is aspecting the Lagna. Venus in the 6th house. You can go for some examinations which is competitive in nature. You can take some loans, maybe you had been thinking for long. You can meet with some enemy-like situations which are not fist fights, which are logical fights, or you have to be very diplomatic in the fight. These things can happen. Court cases or anything can see day of the light, and it can go for a solving. So these things are there. So here I cannot say that this Sun's exaltation is a great transit. 5th house Sun in exalted will make you very intelligent in your approach. Your love matters can be favored, just that the ego should not come in between. But Venus in the 6th house can feel a little bit you have to depend on your diplomatic skills. Here you cannot fight it out with because Mars is with Saturn in the 4th house. You cannot fight it out with your own people, with your own associates, because it is the 11th lord also coming into the 6th house. So that's why it may be you are dealing with somebody whom you know. It is your associates. You may take a loan. You know you have to do that. There are these kind of changes which you have to adapt to, and with your logical mindset and with your intelligence, with your understanding, education related things are favored, no doubt about that. If you have a health problem, you can go for some kind of a rectification, because Venus is also Sanjeevani and it is in the 6th house. It will propel you to go towards a doctor and check it out. Jupiter is aspecting the Lagna, and if at this point of time you go for some kind of a medical treatment or anything, it will be favored and the things will be rectified. So it is like a progressive transit. It can bring you wealth, job change, anything, but here nothing, I cannot say anything gaga about the qualities of Venus. It is not very comforting, but it because Sun is also at that same time in exaltation, the 9th lord in the 5th house. Whenever the 9th lord is in the 5th, the trikona has an exchange of 5th lord in the 9th. Whatever you do at that point of time is taken care of by your prarabdha and your fortune. So that way it's a great time, and because Jupiter is also aspecting the Lagna, so the changes whatever will happen will ultimately give you gain, but maybe you have to go through some process of Rogrin Shatru, which is the 6th house lord in the 6th house. So that is why it is not a great kind of a transit, but definitely it's a good time when Sun is in exaltation, Venus is in own house. So that way it is definitely good. So take care of your health and the other things of the 6th house. You'll be sorted with that, definitely. Capricorn ascendants, Venus is transiting your 5th house in Taurus. Now obviously Libra is the Mool Trikon, the 10th lord in the 5th house is 8th from that. It will give some slow progress in the 10th house matters, but it will give progress, not that it will not. 5th house matters will be favored. Your investments, your market things, your love affairs with your progeny, these things will get better definitely in this transit. So it is a good transit obviously, because it is your most yoga karak planet for Capricorn, and coming in the 5th house, your prarabdha house, this will somewhere generate a lot of confidence in you. So that is there, definitely that is there. So I will call it is a good transit from the perspective of the the good things or the comfortable things or the intellectual things, the education, the progeny, something related to your love life, your children, your personality, your luck shining better, you feeling better internally. Because from the first to the sixth house, that is how the feeling it gives you. From the 7th to the 12th house, it's a different story. That is the lighter part, that's a more light oriented part of the horoscope. So here actions are not so profound. The 10th house lord coming into the 8th will, if you have a career change or anything like that, you may go through it, you may take a decision, that can also happen. Things will be a little slower from the 10th house perspective, but otherwise it is a great transit to have. And Sun, the 8th lord, is in exaltation in the 4th house. Now here the thing is that 8th lord, the Sun, Ashtam, Moon and Sun lord does not get a dosh. That is how astrologically we understand through the classic books of astrology. But definitely Sun in the 4th house is not, it's in the Dikshunya position. But if there is certain conditions about where you need a guidance or related to your 4th house matters, whether it is property matters, whether it is your homely matters, whether you have to change a place or anything like this, because this can definitely happen because Saturn is there. Many Capricorn people are moving out to different places because they have to. Saturn in the 3rd house makes you put an effort, and it can be a change of scenario from where you are staying to some other place. So that can very much happen. All these are now in focus. The transit of Venus is obviously good, and some kind of a betterment in your luck factor you can see at this point of time. It will feel good. It's a feel good thing, but do not go into any kind of a tussle at least till 20th of April. 19th is Akshaya Tritiya, which is a very auspicious date, and you will have Moon and Venus in the 5th house. Some event can trigger from there onward, definitely, but do not go into too much of tussle, as Saturn and Mars is making a tight conjunction till 20th of April. After that, Mars will subside from your Lagna Lord, so that is there. Overall, things are looking good for Capricorn as of now with this transit of Venus, and your Lagna Lord slowly will reach into Revati. There will be changes regarding that I'll talk later. Now, as of now, enjoy this flavor of Venus in the 5th house. Take care. Aquarius, your Yogakarak planet Venus is coming and forming a Malavya Panchmahapurush transit yoga in the 4th house. This is a great placement of Venus in the 4th house actually. And this is Dikbala Venus. This is in its own house. If you have these kind of combination and permanent kundli, it gives a lot of materialistic benefits to the person, no doubt about that. Here also you'll feel great with your family. You'll feel very nice from within. You can go for some luxury items, whether buying of real estate things. If you have to buy, please go for it now. It can be a piece of land, a piece of property, or vehicles, or you travel with family. All the good things over here is favored, no doubt. Sun, your 7th lord, also will be in exaltation in the 3rd house. Sun in the 3rd house, whether 7th lord or not, it will give some kind of impetus to your communication. It will give a nice, what can I say, decision makings will be good at this point of time. Rahu obviously creates irritation on the Lagna, no doubt about that. But this placement of Venus will really add some flavor, very nice flavor to your life, because one thing is that your Mercury, the 5th lord, is debilitated. Here 9th house can have some slowness because it is 8th from the 9th. But the 4th house matters will be great over here. And understand that Venus will make a very great transit this year, starting from this Taurus to Libra, your 9th house, till the end of December. I'll talk about it later. It is a very big transit of Venus, which will be very important for Yogakarak Venus on your horoscope for Aquarius. And because now there is a Saturn-Mars combination in the 2nd house, your speech with Mercury debilitated, your decision makings and all this can be a little, haywire. It is a little topsy-turvy because Mercury, the fifth lord, is getting debilitated with Mars and Saturn, too much for Mercury to handle. That's why you will feel great as Venus comes into Taurus, but you have to little bit wait till the 30th of April once Mercury moves out of this debilitation and comes into the third house with Sun. That is also great transit. So slowly, as this month is ending, your horoscope is looking brighter and better, Aquarius. So I feel there are, from this Akshay Tritiya, this Sunday, you can give some daan of rice or sugar, something white colored, objects or food items which in a temple that will, add to your betterment. And these things, they are very helpful in this kind of daan in special occasions. And because now I find that your horoscope is coming to that kind of a position with this transit of Venus, where things will start getting sorted out slowly but surely. Saturn will be left alone, Mars will move into third house, Mercury, Sun fourth, Venus into fifth and sixth. So these things are waiting to happen, but this is just the beginning. But this transit will really make you feel good, that I'm very sure. And some kind of good environment in the family is awaited. Some kind of journeys with the family, some kind of good, buying of things as simple with the family. Everything is about the family now. It's a fourth house, or your mother gets a betterment over here. So all these things, if you have some decorative items or some redo at the home, there also you go for it. All the things are favored over here. It's a great time with Sun in the third house and Venus in the fourth house. From here, the things are turning much brighter and better. So later we'll talk about the month of May. But as of now, this transit is from Akshay Tritiya, starting from 19th of April to the 14th, 15th of May. Great time for Aquarius. Have a nice and peaceful time at home. Spend with your family. Feel good. And I just hope that a little bit your Dasha and Antardasha favors you. If not, if they're very rough, then that kind of a transit goes miss. That is the only thing. So yes, good luck, Aquarius. Pisces ascendant. Pisces, Venus is your third lord and the eighth lord. Now eighth lord in the third house. Now third house Venus, see, this is not, as you know, Venus is not a great planet for you, right? The eighth lord, wherever it goes, it will make you think and take different kind of a change of decision, a change of thing, an action oriented thing, and judgmental. You will be your decision makings will be very good, whatever decision you're taking at this point of time. And and this is even better because Sun is also in exaltations, the sixth lord in the second house. Sun in the second house is monetarily also, it can favor you. It can look in for finances. The second house area will be lit up. That is your family area, your money area, your financial things. Third house Venus will be in Taurus. Your decision making, short journeys, your siblings, with your siblings, all these things will be good for you. It is good for you, but the thing is just that because you are having a Mars and Saturn on the Lagna, then Mars has to subside from the Lagna and Mercury also, then things will be even better from the month of May. But as of now, whatever you are doing regarding your third house things like communication, your how to deal with people, what is the thoughts that is coming into your mind, what is the decision you're taking, where you're traveling, what you're doing, all these things are better. That is better. And Sun in the second house is also favoring you. It can bring some kind of good news to the family also. So these things are good, definitely, Pisces people. I'll not say a great transit to have, but definitely some kind of a relief you will be getting in such kind of transit when Sun comes into exaltation and Venus also comes into the third house. It can, because third house is a very active house also. So you can be actively pursuing something. That can also very much happen, and in the right direction. That is important. So yes, so take care of yourself because still Saturn Mars is on the Lagna. Rahu is in the 12th house. These things should be kept in mind. No hectic decision, but I will feel you'll be judgmentally very good. Your decisions making will be, and your communication will have a sharp edge, and you'll speak well. You'll be able to, you'll be able to communicate and direct yourself in the right direction. And especially after Mercury comes into your second house, even better from the 30th April onwards. So take care, Pisces people. This was my take on the transit of Venus in Taurus and Sun in exaltation. Next video I'll come up with another transit. So till then, take care, have a good time. There are certain things definitely for all the ascendants for this coming Akshaya Tritiya onwards. I feel it brings a relief of, some kind of a relief, some kind of a goodness in your life at this point of time. Bye-bye, good night.